Hey everyone, myself Shashank Mishra, data engineer at Prophecy, and today I'm going to demonstrate the project I have created for this hackathon. And the project title is AI powered churn intelligence and revenue defense pipeline, which I have created totally like using the Prophecy AI agent. Okay, so let's talk about a problem statement a little bit because for this project I have used telecom data, and one of the common problems, right, in these data domains is churn prediction, right, and setting up the pipeline totally through the AI agent, providing the right context and the business problem statement was the main intention and outcome of this particular project. So, like, let me start with the simple but painful truth about the telecom industry. These companies don't lose customers because the churn is regular and it happens. They lose customers because they realize this churn pattern very, very late. So most organizations look at churn rate after the fact. That is the like common norm. They treat all churn equally. They don't distinguish or they don't put it in a different buckets. They don't understand which churn actually hurts the revenue the most, and they definitely don't simulate what would have happened if they intervene. So rather than just focusing on a traditional way where we were building a lot of models, churn prediction model, this and that, the idea and the focus was to build the total AI driven data pipeline which can simulate the same thing here. So that is the whole purpose, that's the whole problem statement. And this pipeline, right, I have derived multiple layers in it, multiple layers of the visualization as well, which can give the right facts about the customer churns. So this system does not just predict the churn, it detects the risk patterns, segments churn personas, calculates revenue exposure, and even simulates right strategies. So talking about the data set, I have basically used three CSV files here. So first data is all about the internet uses by the different customers, and it has these many columns. And then we have the churn data, right, there are different contracts and the payment method, the monthly charges, total charges, and whether this particular customer has churned or not, and then the data of the customers. So these are the three CSV files I have basically used. So what I have basically designed, or what type of pipelines I have created. So obviously, I wanted to create a pipeline which is totally AI agent driven. So in order to do that, first I created these data sets which I simply registered here: the customer data, churn data, and the internet users data. And after that, whatever layers I wanted to derive. So basically, I focused on the five different pipelines, which was the overall outcome I wanted to get from this particular data set, different insights. So first was churn data quality layer. So this is basically our intelligent data quality layer, this particular pipeline. So this basically detects null anomalies, flags invalid tenure values, it identifies inconsistent billing, checks customer ID integrity, produces a data trust score. That sort of you can say things it try to generate here with these three data sets. Then the next focus was on the churn. Then the next focus was the churn personas, and this was the pipeline which segments churn into behavioral archetypes like price sensitive switchers, contract avoiders, premium high risk, low engagement drifters. So that was the thing which I wanted to derive, or I wanted to build in this particular pipeline. And then the focus was the customer 360, and this is basically conformed intelligence layer, right? So here what we have basically done, joined all the three data sources, right, we had, and standardized the data, and then features like churn velocity score, loyalty index, service complexity score, revenue risk score, these are the things which have like derived here. Okay, as you can see, the different visualizations are created. And then the next focus was the retention simulation. So in this one, this is basically the entire wow factor of this entire AI intelligent pipeline, which basically simulates what if we incentivize the autopay, right? These are the things which we are trying to simulate here. And what if we offer a 10% discount to premium high risk users? What if we push the annual contracts? So the pipeline estimates revenue recovery potential under each scenario, right? That is the sort of pipeline which I tried to build. Next, and the last one will be the revenue exposure. So this revenue exposure is where things get very, very interesting. So this pipeline is all about looking at the churn rate alone. So we calculate here the revenue at risk, revenue concentration by segment, high value customers with high churn probability, fragile contract types. These are the things which we have created and derived in this particular pipeline itself. So whatever I have narrated here, right, this is the particular thing which I just created in the form of prompt, as you can see. And this is also something, and by looking at the prompt you will be like, wow, this looks very descriptive. So obviously I did not invest too much time of writing this whole prompt by my own. Whatever I have narrated here, I just given it to the GPT model or Claude, and I asked it to write the best prompt which my AI agent or the Prophecy AI agent can leverage, and it can derive the entire pipeline in one single shot. So this is what you can see the entire prompt looks like for this particular pipeline. Was able to refer the data sets as a context provided, and the whole AI agent understood the problem statement, and based on these data points it derived all these five data pipeline layers. So that is what all about this particular project I have created. So what started as a churn data set became a like a churn intelligence system, you can say here, and that too using the Prophecy AI agent. So yeah, that is pretty much I had to demonstrate, and yep, looking forward for the feedback. Thank you guys.